I did think 27 though when I was a kid. Like when I would see a 27-year-old guy, I used to think that's a man. Like, he's got it figured out.
Yeah,
he's on his own. You know, all this bullshit I'm going through is all sorted out in his fucking head. I used to think that. Now
I had a whole bit about that.
48, and I'm just like going to be 49 this year, and I'm just like still figuring shit out.
I had a whole bit about, remember when you were a kid and you thought they were real grown-ups. Like you were confused, you get yelled at, you get sent to your room, you're like, one day I'm going to be a grown-up and everything's going to make sense. And then one day you're in line at the supermarket and someone goes, paper or plastic, sir? And you're like, sir? I'm a sir? Am I a grown-up?
Yeah.
Fuck, this is it? Then you realize there's no grown-ups. There's just a bunch of babies who got older. Mm-hmm. And they're all pretending. And they look like they're grown up to you because you're on the outside. But once you become one of them, you realize there is no grown-ups.
There's some out there. There's some men and women out there. Really? I'm not one of them.
Have you met one?
Yeah.
Like who? Name one.
I've met a few as far as like in this business, as far as like people just like, I would say anybody like they have like, they're super successful in this business, and they just go home. You know what I mean? They just go home. Like that's an adult.
Right. You don't
like
stay
they go
out
to work,
and
they fucking crush it.
And...
You know, if there is an after party, they make their appearance, they have a little seltzer water, and they're gone, and they get 8 hours sleep. They're talking to their wife and their kids. Like, to me, those are adults. To do what I do is, you know, to still go out and fucking have a couple of whiskeys and wake up a little hungover going, oh, God, why did I do that? For the 9 millionth time in my life. Like, I'm not an adult.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anyone like that that's a comic. I don't know anybody that's really funny that has it all totally together. I've never met one. Ever.
Yeah.
Name one. They don't exist.
That's funny?
Yeah, they don't exist. They're all fucked up a little bit. Just a little. I mean, keeping it together, like paying your taxes, showing up on time, all that good stuff.
Right.
Adult-like. But every one of us is one shitty.
Depressing.
No, it's not bad. But every one of us is one shitty decision from a disaster. Every one of us at any point in time.
That's why when I watch people, I don't know, when I watch them fuck up their lives, like there's always the first feeling I have is panic when I see it. I'm like, oh God.
Imagine what they're thinking, right? You imagine yourself in their position.
Yeah. God, man, what if I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you see someone pulled over for drunk driving, like, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The whole fucking thing, giving your money to the wrong people, they mismanagement, you fucking go broke, becoming a fucking alkie.
I just read something about Rampage.
Here's one, banging the maid.
Oh, the banging the maid's a good one.
Banging the maid or the nanny.
Yeah.
You can't have a maid or a nanny in your life.
Well, if you do, they have to be disgusting.
That's like the...
Didn't Ben Affleck bang his nanny? He did, right?
That was never confirmed.
Well, she confirmed it.
Yeah, but what does that mean? She needs a book deal? She got fired? Who knows?
Unless he came out and said, I never fucked her. And he never did that.
Dude, you're going to do that to him?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his.
You know, you didn't like The Town?
No, I didn't like him. He went on Bill Maher's show. Got in this ridiculous argument with Sam Harris, and I realized what he's all about. I was like, oh, you're one of those guys. He was like calling Sam Harris racist because he was talking about the problem with ideologies and religions and the tenets of Islam, and he started yelling at him, calling him a racist, and didn't really understand that Sam Harris is actually a scholar, knows a lot about religion, and just got way over his head and looked really stupid.
So the only difference between me and him is he did that on TV, and I do it over the phone with my friends.
The only difference is you're funny. You're funny, and if you did it, you have self-deprecating humor. You would have, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't know shit.
Go talk to the guy at the gas station I just stopped at right before I got here when I found out they didn't take credit cards.
What happened?
They just didn't take, I was...
You got mad at him?
I was a cunt to him.
Really?
Yeah. Because what it was I was getting up against being here by 11, and I got to get home to take my wife out of the house because she's going nuts staying in the house with the kids. So I got that thing, and I got to sign this other fucking, life insurance. I got to do all this adult shit. And I'm thinking, I got this little window to get gas, and I show up in this fucking industrial park. There's no gas station. I finally went all the way down, and the whole time there was like, it's thrifty, and I'm thinking, like, isn't that a fucking car rental place? So I pull in, and I stick the credit. Right as I stuck it in, I'm going, this is too easy, because I know I have the exact amount of time to get here right on time. And of course, it's just like, is this debit? I'm like, oh, you cunt. I'm like, no. And they go in and see the guy behind the register. I'm like, yeah, I tried to use my credit card. And he goes, we don't take credit cards here. And I go, why? he goes, "Oh, just take debit card." I just kept saying why, like a fucking 2-year-old. And he finally just goes, "So it's cheaper." And I was like, "All right, that's a good excuse." And I gave him like $60, and it only ended up being like 39. So then I had to go back in and get my change, and he's looking at me like, "See, you fucking idiot! It would have cost you like 15 more." So I do that all the time.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those fucking debit card only ones. That's stupid.
Why you never use your debit card? Use your credit card anyway.
Why? What happens?
Because that's your money. So if
Yeah?
somebody takes that and then cleans you out, that's your shit. If somebody swipes your credit card number, that's their money. So then they call you up and they just go, "Hey, Joe, did you buy a ham hock in fucking Vancouver at a strip club?" Why, no, I didn't. I was in Burbank. Good luck with that. Whatever the
Has
fuck.
anybody ever bought a ham hock at a strip club?
Dude, you've given me every piece of the fucking elk except that.
I've got some ham hock for you. Some bone he can chop
Yeah.
up and make marrow with.
So I got a buddy of mine who's a lawyer who prosecutes identity theft, which a lot of lawyers don't want to do because it's unbelievably tedious. And when they call up, a lot of times they're calling up the credit card companies to fight for their case. They still have to go through that maze. If you'd like to do this, press 1. If you'd like to do that, press 2. And they're trying to help them out. So, but that was one thing that I remembered out of all the things he told me not to do. He goes, "Don't ever use your debit card because if they get that and they clean you out, that's your fucking money." And then all of a sudden you got a mortgage coming up, and then you're late, and you're like, "No, but somebody took my money," and blah 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 blah. It's your credit card. They have to deal with it.
I had an attempt recently, and I'm thinking, I'm wondering whether or not it's because I switched over to Windows, because I have this Windows computer now. I get pissed off at Mac. People got mad at us clearing our throat, and I just cleared my throat again. I switched over to this Windows computer because I get mad. These Macs, they switched over all the ports, and now you have this USB-C, and you have to get an adapter if you want to use all your other shit to it.
I know.
Like,
I got Rosetta Stone French, right? I can't. There's no place to stick the fucking.
yeah, you have to get an adapter.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck?
How about the iPhone 7 with the little fucking umbilical cord?
The lightning thing, yeah. Yeah, well, you can get a splitter with that where it goes with you can use a regular headphone jack.
But it's all extra money.
Yeah.
It's all extra money, and then you fucking lose them.
I think the idea is that eventually there's going to be some peripherals that are more powerful and they don't work on the existing ports. But, like I got this Lenovo ThinkPad, and I love it. And this is the second one that I got because it's got everything. It's got an Ethernet port. It's got HDMI. It's got all this shit. It's tiny. The battery life is fucking forever. It's got this fat battery in the bottom. But for the first time in a long time, somebody tried to steal my identity. And I'm like, geez, I wonder if it has to do with that. I wonder if it's a Windows thing. Does that make sense? Not really?
I don't know.
Could be something else. I don't know. But it's sneaky.
Yeah.
But at least when I have a business management company, they contact me. They put the stop to it right away.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's disconcerting that your shit's out there. That someone's trying to find your social security number and attach it to your credit card and buy something. Yeah.
Yep.
I've had it happen at gas stations where they put that fake scanner on. They put a fake scanner over the scanner, so as you scan through, and you even are using it. Like you're using your credit card, you're buying gas, but you gave them your credit card information.
Yeah, I've 2 times credit cards. That's happened to me at gas station. Restaurants are another big double swipe thing.
Yeah, restaurants. Well, that's people that work there, scumbags. Yeah.
You gotta go. You got to go cash as much as you can.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
This never happened. You don't know me.
I know a guy, he's dead now, but he was one of the first credit card thieves. His name was International Sal. That's what we used to call him because when he got arrested, that was what his nickname was International Sal. Because this is in like the 70s or the 80s when credit cards first came out. He would get those carbon slips from restaurants, and they would make up new credit cards and then sell them to criminals. And he would just get bags and bags of cash from it. And this guy was gambling. He would go to the pool hall that I went to, and he was like the most perpetual loser you've ever seen in your life. Like he could not win. It was a psychological.
It sounds like an Oscar-winning movie.
Yeah,
this guy's life.
Well, in a way, it probably should be. I mean, he was a trip.
So how did he end up dying?
Cancer, bad colon cancer. It was real bad. And a buddy of mine's
That's
wife.
where Hollywood would switch up the script. That's just too common.
Go off a bridge like Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
He
That's what happened to me the other night when I was on stage. And I was joking about men going to the moon, and somebody yelled out, "Go see Hidden Figures." And I was like, yeah, because that's a history book. Like, I just love how people, I'm not saying obviously those women existed, but like, then now they're going to do the overcorrection where it was like, these 3 women.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just like every
They're
time
doing that.
you see a picture of like NASA, you'll see like 1,000, like 100 worker bees. Nobody knows their fucking names. It's like, we got there because of all of those people. But it's just like, it's like when a team wins a championship. Like if the Patriots win, it's going to be all about Tom Brady. You know, no one's going to know the fucking offensive line's name. And if the Falcons win, it's going to be about, you know, I don't know, Julio Jones or Matt Ryan.